Good morning students. I welcome you to this session of your writing skill. Now today I have decided to take writing skill for you, and that is article writing. Now what is an article writing? That is the first question that you should know. So what an article writing is a non-fictional. Non-fictional here means based on real or true events. Writing. Now it describes any particular. Now what it can be written on, the topics can be based on any particular incident which has happened in the world around, or in your own country, or somewhere in the city itself. Then it can be a discussion on any theme or any social concern, like pollution, it's a social concern. Then about female fetal sighted, that is also social concern. Then related to child labor, that is also a social concern. So there are many topics which can be discussed on this writing skill, that is article writing. Now today, apart from this, we will be discussing the format of it, then style, the important tips which you should keep in mind while writing an article, and so on. So let's start with the format first. So first we'll start with the format, because format is very important. Now format for writing skill, though it's very simple, but then again it is concerned to two things. Like when you read newspapers, you find many articles there also. So in newspaper and magazines also. So when you read those articles, there the format is also same, but some additional things are there when you are writing an article for the newspaper or a magazine. That means in newspaper you will find the name of the person who has written that article, plus you will find the date and name of that place also is there. So what is the format? The first thing is the heading. First thing is the heading of that, and after heading there is a byline. Byline. So only these two things are there in the format of an article writing. And write so the format of article writing, first there will be heading and then byline. Byline means by whom the article has been written. So you have to write that person's name. Now in the exam, whenever the examiner is checking your paper, format has certain number for it. So even if you have not written the full article, suppose you were in a hurry or no time was left, but then also if you are writing the heading and byline of the article in the exam, then also you get marks, like 1 mark the examiner. So 1 mark you just get for writing the heading and byline. So this is the format. So only this much if you write, so 1 line you just get in free. Okay. So you should keep in mind that during the exam you are not supposed to leave any question. You must attempt a question. So during in the writing skill, if you are writing the format of that question, whether it is letter writing, informal letter, formal letter, or notice writing, then this article writing. So whenever you are writing any the format of it, even for the format you are getting marks. So don't forget to write that, and you don't have to leave any question in the exam. So that you have to keep in mind. Now, while writing article writing, you should the heading. What type of heading it should be? It should not be a very long heading or elaborated. No, it should be eye-catching, and then it should be very crisp. Only 3 words, something like that. Suppose like a topic we can take road rage. Okay, like pollution. So many a times in the question you get those topics that you have to write in this. So for that topic you can write that topic itself from the question, and if you want to change, but the idea should be there. The same idea should be there. Otherwise, obviously the question, if you are going to change, then obviously you won't get any marks for that. So that you have to keep in mind while writing this. So heading should be very small, short, crisp and eye-catching. Okay, and so that whenever the reader is reading that heading, he should feel that yes, I have to read this article. Okay, it sounds interesting. So just by the heading, it sounds interesting to the reader. Now byline, obviously the man who has written article. So his name has to be written there. Now suppose if you are writing any newspaper article or for the magazine, then here byline we are writing here. Otherwise byline can be written here also, like just in this corner, or here in this corner it can be written, or somewhere here also at the end. After the article is over, we can write here also. Plus you have to write the name of the place, okay, and date also. In newspaper and magazine only, otherwise not. For the school, if you are writing article, only heading and byline is required. So you should keep in mind and you should know all these things, that when you are writing any article for the newspaper, what all things are required, and for examination, what all things are required. Now this is the first thing. So this is the first step of any article writing. Now what is the second step? The second step is the body of the article writing. Now again, body, it has to be divided into three parts. So first it should be introductory. Introduction you can do. So introductory part or introduction consists of, first you will explain what the topic is. Suppose if we are taking the topic pollution, okay, so you have to define what is pollution. At least the readers, they should know what is pollution. Or some other topic, if you are taking Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, like, so if you are writing any that type of topic, so again you have to explain that thing, that what is that actually, when it was launched and all that. So that in the beginning you have to just give a short introduction about the heading or the topic, whatever you are going to discuss that day. So this is first point, introductory. Second is the development of the ideas. So what are things? Development of the ideas. Now your article can be very long also, okay, it can be 500, 600, 700 words, no matter, okay, but if any word limit is given to you, you have to adhere to that word limit. If you cross that word limit, then there is a problem. So that you don't have to do. Then why waste time in writing so much? So it's better we give time to some other questions also in the examination. So the second is the development of the ideas. Like under that heading, what all things now are there? So that you have to write. Like if pollution, if you are taking, so what is pollution? You explain in the first introduction. Then second, due to what all these pollution is caused. So cause and effect, that we can take. So that is development of ideas. And lastly, it is the concluding paragraph. So the conclusion. So the last one is the concluding. So you have to conclude now. What all things you have discussed, you have to write the gist of it, and what you have understood from that, that you can write in the concluding thing. You can give suggestions to it, and like remedial things, remedies can be there. So to all the problems, whatever you have discussed there, you can sum up here in the concluding paragraph. Okay, and by giving some suggestions also. So mainly whenever you are writing article writing, it should be divided into three paragraphs. It can be introductory, first introductory, second development of the ideas, what all things are there in that, and then concluding comprises of suggestions and some remedies which you find it better, you can sum up here in your concluding paragraph. Now let's discuss some important tips which you have to remember while writing article writing. Okay, now some important tips. We'll write here. You have to follow CODER. CODER. This CODER you have to follow. I'll tell you what is CODER. So first of all, whenever you are writing any article, any question, whatever you got, you have to read that question very well and understand what the question is, because many a times what happens in the exam, when the children they read the question, they just quickly do it, okay, and they don't follow that question, or they they understand something else. The question is something and they understand something, and then they are writing that question. So many a times what happens, whatever is asked, that is missed out and something else is written. So obviously they get 0 for that topic because that topic was not asked. So whenever you are writing, please read the topic very nicely, understand that question, and then you start. Then whenever you are reading the question, you will find two things. For one thing, you will find like cause and effect. Cause and effect. Like for pollution, what is the cause and then what is the effect? Okay. Like for Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, advantages and disadvantages. So what are the advantages and disadvantages? Cause and effect. So you should discuss only these, try and discuss all these 4 things you can. So in some of the topic you will only find cause and effect, in some of them you will find only advantages and disadvantages, and in some topics you will find all these 4 things also. Okay, and so you can keep these in mind. And then data, related to data means, suppose if you are writing on the topic road rage. Okay, road rage, now you have to collect the data from the police station, like how many road rages were there in this month. So the exact data should be there in the newspaper or article, wherever you are writing that, because you cannot write wrong data. Okay, then it is a crime actually. So you should write correct data should be given, so that the readers, when they are reading, okay, the picture should be clear in the mind. No false picture should be created by the writer. So those things we have to keep in mind. Then we can add some quotations. Okay, why? Because quotation make your writing skill very attractive. So you can write quotations also. Now you have to follow this word CODER. First, C. C stands for, you have to collect the ideas first. So whenever you are writing any article, just think, give 5 minutes to it, or 3-4 minutes to it, and then think. So first you have to collect the idea, and you can just write all those ideas. Like for pollution, so what are the like greenhouse effect, so you can write greenhouse effect. Okay, then what is this pollution? Then traffic, so you can write traffic. All these things you can just jot down. Whatever that comes to your mind, just jot down all those points. Greenhouse effect, traffic jams. Okay, then all those things, the industries, industrial waste, all those related to the pollution, you can jot down. Then water pollution, air pollution, all these type of pollutions you can jot down. After collecting those ideas, you have to put them in the order. Order means like what should come first, that you have to write on the top, then second, then third, and what are things you are taking in the concluding paragraph, that you can take. Then comes G. Okay, then you have to write your ideas and then put them in the correct thing. Then E. You have to evaluate. Suppose if you don't find that these things are not good, then you can just miss out few things, and then last is the revise. That means you have to see what are ideas you have put and are they correct, and then you can put them in your paragraphs, and you can write the first introductory, whatever points you put in the introductory paragraph, that you can write in the introduction. Then what are points you have put in the body, that you can write the relative ideas accordingly. Then in the concluding paragraph, what all things you have put in the concluding, that yes, we can give suggestions like growing more trees. Okay, then like in Delhi, you see, odd and even that was being followed by the people in Delhi. So that can be done. Okay, so that those suggestions we can put in the end. So for all that, you first have to connect the ideas and put them in the order. Then you have to decide what are things you have to do. Then you have to evaluate yourself that are the ideas correct. Suppose if you want to deduct some idea, no, it won't be good, or this is good, you want to include some other ideas, even that you can include, and then you have to revise in the end, like what all things now it's correct. So final revision is must. So whenever you are writing something, final revision is a must, because that is the time that you evaluate yourself and you are correcting your own mistakes. Okay, and that will help you in the exam also. So that's very important. Now, as far as marking scheme is concerned, see, I always told you already that just for your format you get 1 mark for your format. Now, what about your grammatical mistake or your style or expression? So whenever you are writing the body, obviously few children might make some grammatical mistake also. So in writing skill, grammatical mistakes doesn't matter a lot. Though your marks will be deducted, but just 1 mark or all like that. So suppose if the whole content comprises of 4 marks, so the content will get full marks. Suppose if you have written all the things related to pollution like greenhouse effect, traffic jams and all that you have written, then in the suggestion if you give like all the points if you have covered, then for the content you might get full 4 marks. Okay. And for the grammatical mistake, if the examiner wants to cut, so obviously he can deduct minus 1.5 if he wants, no problem. Okay, so this is what he will deduct. So you need not bother about your grammar while you are writing, but you must write all the points, discuss all the points, so that you get good marks in content. Okay, or so that you have to cover. So suppose if the question is of 8 marks, suppose the article is of 8 marks. Okay, 8 marks. So 1 mark for your heading or and byline, that is your format. Okay, then 3 marks they might divide for your content. So if all the contents you have written, so you must get 3 marks for your content. Then for your expression, so 4, again 5, 6 and 7. So this way it can be divided. So if you have no grammatical mistakes, then obviously even those 2 marks are not deducted for that. And for your style and expression, data and all, if you have given like everything, it should be given in the article writing. You know, when you are writing article, all the data also and accuracy should be there. So if accuracy, then also you get full marks. So you might get full 8 marks. But if you are not writing your format correctly, 1 mark can be deducted. Then if the content is not complete, then again from the content they can deduct 1.5 marks. Then if your spelling mistakes or grammatical mistakes are there, then obviously full 2 marks can be deducted. So you can just get for something for the expression if you have written correctly, or heading if you have written correctly, you might get 3 marks. So whatever you know in writing skill, you must write it. You should not leave it, because for each and everything you have got your marks. So at least whatever you've done, you will get marks for that.